So recently, a student in Oyo State, I think a brother was shot dead by the men of the Nigerian police force, and it brought out a lot of outrage. A lot of people were still tongue lashing the police force again, especially due to their negligence and etc. But the nephew of that man has come out to explain what actually happened. According to the nephew, he said the uncle was taking his children in that vehicle with one, I think about four children, two, three boys and a girl thereabout. And the boy was heading to go and write his exam, I think WAEC exam or thereabout. Now, according to the nephew's narration, he said his uncle defied defied the traffic lane. And when the police officers called him for a halt, as in tried to stop him, he zoomed off. This nonchalant and recalcitrant, obstinate attitude of Nigerians when it comes to traffic rules and regulation. You see, they said Nigeria is a country of anyhowness. Now the police has been instituted, the traffic wardens has been instituted to control this negligence. Even without the police being, because Nigerians, we always quick to apportion blames. We always quick to apportion blames. We don't look at it. We don't look at the first eterigo. We don't look at the genealogy of this whole imbroglio. Of course, the police is not to be exonerated for shooting down the boy. But why would the man, why would the uncle, why would the man beat traffic or drove one way lane when you know that this thing as a driver is against the traffic rules and regulation? You knew quite all right. You deliberately beat the traffic lane in the presence of the police force and the presence of traffic wardens. And when they called you to stop, you refused. Now, if this was to be presented in court, do you know that the police can actually say that from the modus operandi that the man exhibited, they may have termed it as an armed robber or a kidnapper that have kidnapped school children and wanted to run away. They may put it that way. Nigerians should be much more sagacious and prudent when it comes to issues. You were the one that triggered the police officers. If they had called you and you stopped and they saw students inside that vehicle, there's no way the police would have acted or traverse. They wouldn't have acted against their traffic rules or their constitution. So now you beat the traffic rules, they were trying to stop you, you jump off traffic regulations, drove one way lane. For what? For what? Now you have triggered the police to shoot your son and your son is dead. Now you are crying more than the bereaved. There's always a saying that prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure, for God's sake. Nigerians are too stubborn. You call Nigeria a country of anyhowness, a country of lawlessness, a country of nepotism. Then you compare it with America and UK where laws work. Are you telling me to that man that beat that traffic and drove one? Is he telling me that if it was in advanced country in Europe or America, UK and the rest, would even at the absence of traffic wardens, at the absence of police officers, would he had drove one way lane, knowing fully well that it was against traffic rules? Now let's assume that there were presence of police officers there in abroad. Would he had drove off when police officers are trying to hurt him? He is responsible for his son's death because he's adamant, he's deaf. He's responsible for his son's death, for God's sake. Prevention is better than cure. Nigerians are too stubborn. Now he's crying a victim, tarnishing the image of the police officers Meanwhile, he is the one that instigated the whole chaos. I am not in any way exonerating killing by police officers. That is a long way to handle such issue. But would you have blamed the police officer in this case? What if they have thought the man was a kidnapper that took off school children to an unknown destination? What if they have thought so?